maybe something you played with when you were at
I
home?
can help you, yeah. Oh, Liam traced his hand. So cool. Good job. Look at that.
My name is Emily, and I work for BGC Yukon, and I'm the Early Years Program Director for their Early Years Center.
My name is Harmanpreet Kaur, and I work for BGC Yukon Learning Tree Daycare.
When the pandemic hit, we had some hard decisions to make as an organization. Do we stay open? Do we close?
Kids were staying home because the daycare only provide their service to the essential workers.
So like grocery store clerks, doctors, nurses, people like that. So we ran the program for about 6 kids in the center. Twice a week we did a virtual circle. So like one of the educators that was working in the building at the time would sit down at the normal circle and have the kids that were there around them and then the camera in front, and we would engage the families that way. And some days the kids would be really sad, and then some days they'd be really happy to see us on Zoom and really engaged. And
do you want to know how sad I was? Sure. It was like this.
so I think it was just day by day for everybody at that time.
But I noticed most of the things came through the art and craft when they drew their feelings, what they like most. I remember one of my kids said, when I got sick, I was sad, and sometimes I got mad too. But now I'm feeling happy because I come here and see my friends. The Lost and Found workshop, it has different themes, and every day we have a circle time. Then the art and craft, and then storytelling time.
Storytelling has been around for generations in my mind, so it's important to teach them about storytelling because that's how you pass on your knowledge.
And today we are doing adventure and play.
Do you want me to trace your hand?
I wasn't expecting them, but very first day I got a 7 to 10 stories from my kids, and they loved it.
You know, one little guy shared with us the other day that he would go shopping with his mom and he'd have to wear his mask. And if his mask fell down, he was scared that somebody was gonna say something to him because he wasn't being safe. So it's been really interesting to see the things that came out of, you know, when they were isolated and you know, the fear around the germs that were out there.
And some of them are interested to wear masks, some of them not. And even while doing a workshop, one of our kids brought a mask from home because she was so excited for her interview, and she asked, Mom, do I want to buy a new mask for my interview?
What is that?
Frozen?
So challenges around literacy that we see, I want to say we see them more now than we did pre-COVID, like before the pandemic, and I think it's just because everybody was so isolated. Sometimes when people hear the word literacy, they think about like sitting down and reading a story, right? But literacy is more than that, right? Like it's counting, it's recalling of events, it's, you know, communication back and forth, and the challenges that we see now are that skill set is not in the children when they come to us, especially with our 0 to 18 month age. Like they just don't have this skill set to even play beside another child because for so long they were kept at home. And so that, like, being able to play beside another child is like the building blocks to literacy and to learning those skill sets. If I can talk about our toddler group now, which is 18 months to 3, they were all what we classify as COVID babies. Because when they came to us, they all had the same fear and the same anxiety of, Mom and Dad are leaving me, I'm left with this person I don't know and 10 other tiny humans, and I don't know what to do with myself. So we were really able to manage that in a better way, I think, with them all being the same age, because we taught them all at the same time through play and through modeling and through, but it's something that I never saw in the early years pre-pandemic. Even simple things like going to the library for storytelling or even swimming lessons or gymnastics, like those things can all teach amazing literacy skills. And being kept home, because that's what was safe, has kind of diminished those skill sets. So now we're looking at teaching those skills at a later age where their brain is just not meant to learn them at that time. Their brain was meant to learn them, you know, at the ages where they were kept home isolated. So it's kind of really sad to see where we're at. Communication is like, it's a part of who you are. Every human thrives to communicate, whether they do it verbally, there's all types of communication. And I think the Lost and Found program has really taught us that it's important to talk about the past, especially for children 0 to 6, which is who we deal with in this program, because it teaches them that they weren't alone, right? Like they'll often learn, like, I was scared, but so was my friend Johnny. I think they'll have a better grasp on storytelling in school when they teach the kids like the sequence of events and what happened. So I do feel that it's been a really beneficial program.